An epilepsy diagnosis can make you feel like everything has changed. I felt that way. But here's the truth. Your dog is still your dog. In this lesson, we'll focus on keeping life as normal and as joyful as possible while still being prepared. Dogs with epilepsy can still walk, play, and enjoy all their favorite activities. Most can live long, fulfilling lives with the right management. Structure helps. Dogs thrive on routines, and their med schedules can become a part of that. If you're traveling with your dog, preparation is key. Always pack their medications with enough for the trip, plus extra just in case. Their seizure tracker, a copy of the emergency info sheet. Before you go, take a few minutes to look up the nearest emergency animal hospital at your destination so you know exactly where to go if you do have an emergency with your dog. Check out the Traveling with Your Dog Checklist PDF in the lesson downloads to make sure you have everything you need to travel safely with your dog with epilepsy. Just a little quick break from the lesson and then we'll get back. If you have children, seizures can be scary for them, and so you have to figure out a way of how to explain it to them. As a school psychologist, one of the things that I've learned over the 20 years of my career is kids are smart, and if you can explain information to them in a way that they can understand it, they no longer have fear over it, and they like to know how they can help. So I wrote a children's book called Ruby's Rhythms. Let's learn about epilepsy, starring Ruby. Yeah, because she's a good girl. And it talks about her epilepsy, what's happening when she's having a seizure, and how her friends, the neighborhood kids, can help during that. So check it out. It's in the description below. There's a link to Amazon where you can purchase it. Now back to the lesson. If you're leaving your dog behind while you go on a trip, make sure they're cared for by someone who you trust, someone who understands your dog's epilepsy, knows what a seizure looks like, and is comfortable following your instructions. I'll be honest, I don't travel as often as I did before Ruby's diagnosis, but when I do, I only leave her with people I trust, who know her condition and will follow my directions carefully. To make things easier for both you and your caregiver, I recommend using the Pet Sitter's Guide included in the lesson downloads. It has everything a sitter needs: feeding instructions, medication schedules, emergency steps, and a simple summary of your dog's daily routine. With preparation, travel is still possible. It just takes a little extra planning. When friends or family come to visit, especially overnight guests, I always take a moment to let them know that Ruby has epilepsy. Watching a dog have a seizure can be unsettling if you've never seen it before. By preparing guests ahead of time, you're doing two important things. One, reducing their fear. They'll understand what's happening and won't panic if a seizure does occur. Two, you're showing you're in control. You've thought ahead, you have a plan, and you know what to do. I usually explain that seizures are possible, what they might look like, and that I have everything in place to keep Ruby safe. I let them know if there's anything they can do to help, or simply that I'll handle it. This little bit of preparation goes a long way. It definitely helps guests feel reassured, and it keeps the focus for me on enjoying the visit without unnecessarily worrying if a seizure does happen. It's natural to feel anxious, even hypervigilant after the first seizures. Over time, though, you'll learn how to recognize early signs and triggers, when to act and when to simply note it in the log. That most of the time your dog will bounce back and will be themselves again. At the end of the day, your dog wants the same things they always have: love, comfort, play, and connection. Epilepsy doesn't erase those things. Ruby still loves her walks, her toys, and belly rubs. Medication and monitoring are part of our lives, but they don't define her or our bond with her. Epilepsy brings challenges, yes, but it also brings opportunities to be present, to advocate, and to celebrate the good days even more. Your dog's life is still full of joy, and yours can be too. With structure, preparation, and support, epilepsy becomes part of life, but not the whole story. In the next module, we'll talk about the emotional side of this journey and how to care for yourself as well as your dog.